Trap Tricks, Harpies, Eldritch, Brave. Yeah, you heard me say that all right. Don't be like the 33.8% of you guys have not smashed the living crap out of that subscribe button. Smash this so we can get to 102,000. So this was sent to me by, Marland Welsh. And this is supposedly the best of all worlds that you can kind of wrap into a deck. You have the Harpie engine, you take advantage of Featherstorm. You have the Brave engine for the Omni Negate. You have, of course, Vesquilio here, so you get access to the Trap Tricks engine in the deck. Thank you, Rusty Tin Can. Then we have a small Eldritch package here to disrupt the opponent. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. This looks really good on paper. I read some of the theory behind this deck, and it makes sense as to what this deck could try to do. And I think that this might be something that you could just have a lot of fun with, just kind of comboing around with and seeing what kind of homunculus hands you can come up with. Because a build like this, there is underlying synergy. It's just how crazy good can you pull it off every single game? I don't know. But this is interesting. So we have one copy of Eldritch, the Golden Lord, 2 copies of Vesquilio, 1 copy of Griffin Rider, triple copies of Water Enchantress, triple copies of Harpie Lady, 1 copy of Called by the Grave, 1 Dracoback, 1 copy of The Faithful Adventure, 1 Foolish Barrel, 1 copy of Harpie's Feather Duster, 1 Hysteric Sign, 1 Instant Fusion, triple copies of Pot of Prosperity, triple copies of Rite of Armesier, triple copies of Unexpected Die. We have 1 copy of Conquistador, 2 copies of Scarlet Sanguine, triple copies of Grave Digger's Trap Hole. We have triple copies of Harpie's Featherstorm, 1 Hugwero, 1 Ice Dragon's Prison, and triple copies of Shade Brigade. Wrapping up the main deck here. Side deck, or extra deck here, we have 1 Sarah, 1 copy of Caloria, and we have 1 Link Spider, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Soldier of Chaos, 1 Access Code Docker, 1 copy of Reflasia, 1 Big Utopia, 1 Dugaros, 1 Little Utopia, 1 Vespinato, 1 Sky Thunder, 1 Casto, 1 copy of the Cyber/Harpie Lady, and we have 1 copy of the Magic Heat Beast. It acts as another tuner and a level 4. We also have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone, 2 copies of Dark Roll No More, triple copies of Evenly Matched, 1 copy of Red Reboot here, and then we have triple copies of Skill Drain here. Wrapping up the main deck, technically post-boarding in like a Skill Drain here, you're technically on 6 Skill Drains if you want to get technical on this. Feather Dustering your opponent, setting up a Skill Drain. I don't think a lot of decks can really recover out of that. And granted, I don't know, this is just so weird to me that looking at this, you just know oddly enough that this is just crazy enough to work. And I think a lot of players are just going to look at this and go, wow, that's a really cool pile of cards. Next up here is another Exosister list. I believe that this puts us at our 3rd list here. Now, Ricky Flowers here ended up getting 1st place with this. And what do you guys think? We're actually playing the Destroy Phoenix Enforcer packages. I've seen so many stupid, cool ways that you can play this deck that it's crazy to me that players are having this level of just cool success with this overall. So, with that being said, we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, 1 copy of Celestial with the 1 copy of the Dasher, and then of course we have triple copies of Ellis, 2 copies of Irene, triple copies of Sophia, and triple copies of Stella. Then we have 2 copies of the poor old Nefarious here. I mean, hey, these are all spellcasters. These are special summon extenders for this deck. We have triple copies of Nibiru, triple copies of Parallel Exceed, 2 copies of the Form H Hat Trigger, another extender for this deck. We have 1 copy of Token Collector. That's a very interesting inclusion built into this deck, but they did mention that they do have a lot of Sword Soul, so having 1 in the main was always good. We have 1 Arment. We have 1 copy of Carpe Diem. We have triple packs, 2 copies of Fusion Destiny, 2 Vadas, and triple copies of Infinite Permanence here. Turning the extra deck, we have 1 Celine, 1 Almirage, 1 Verte Machine, 1 copy of Lena, 2 Access Codes. I'm pretty sure one of these should be a Zeus, so keep that in mind. We also have 1 Utopia Lightning, 1 Baguski, 1 Utopia, 2 copies of Mikhails, 1 copy of Caspitiel, 1 copy of Jabrine, 1 Osophiel, and then there's our Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. Side deck here we have triple Alpha, the Master of Beast, one Scythe, 2 more token collectors, triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone, triple copies of Sanctum, and triple copies of Evenly Matched here, wrapping up just all the cool ideas that you can mess around with Exosister and find success with. You know, I think Desires being at a higher count could have been a harder carry for this deck, but I see that Konami, it feels like they're trying to push Destroyer, Phoenix, Enforcer down to like a more roguish category by the limiting of the Fusion Destinies. Just go put the thing back in Heroes where it belongs, and we won't have to deal with it in the other... Oh, just kidding. Phantom Knight's going to abuse the crap out of that as long as this card exists. Next up here is... This was Drytron Vendread. What a pile of cards. Megalith, Vendread, Drytron. Oh my gosh. So we're doing Battle Lord shenanigans out here. I don't know how many of you guys like actually are aware of Battle Lord's effect, but you can ritual summon with anything. We don't care about that. You can banish 1 Vendread card from your graveyard and declare 1 card type. Monster spell, trap card. For the rest of this turn, your opponent can activate cards or effects of that type. Me love generic floodgate. No allowed fun for the opponent. You also get access to this good card, but that's a story for another day. So we have 1 copy of Lancia, triple copies of Alpha Thuban, 2 copies of Delta Altius, triple copies of Eltanin, and triple copies of Albaya. Then we have 2 copies of Manju, 1 brick, 2 brick. We have 1 Ben 10 for full searchability, 1 Natasha for... This card's stupid good. We have 1 Draconius, and then we have 1 copy of Bethor, 1 copy of Ophiel, 2 copies of Fool, and triple copies of Battle Lord. And then we have 1 Call by the Grave, triple copies of Chaos Space, triple copies of Cyber Emergency, 1 copy of Fafnir, triple copies of Drytron Nova, 1 Foolish Barrel, triple copies of Forbidden Droplet, 1 Metanus, 1 copy Red Eyes Fusion, 1 copy of Revendread Evolution, and 2 copies of Triple Tactics Talents. Down here in the extra deck, we have 2 Anima, 1 Link Karibo, 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 1 IP, 1 copy of Curious Lad, 1 Apollosa, 1 Axis Machine, 2 copies of Mubeta Fafnir, 1 Downer Magician, 1 Zeus, 1 Abyss Dweller, and 1 copy of the Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Side deck here we have 2 Token Collectors, 2 Cosmic Cyclones, triple copies of Dark Roll no more, 1 Harpie's Feather Duster, triple copies of Mystic Mine. Of course, we gotta stall out the opponent. We have triple copies of Evenly Matched here, and 1 copy of Red Reboot here, wrapping up a combo variant of probably something a lot of you guys might want to kind of mess around with. I know we had earlier formats, we had similar builds to this kind of show up out of the woodwork, but they kind of just went dormant after a while. So to see that these are resurfacing here definitely goes to prove the point that players are looking at these particular builds and going, you know, maybe Drytron's not dead. And I don't think it is in any sort of capacity either. I mean, who needs Ava to do full combo? Am I right? The last list we actually have for you guys here was 60 card Cosmo Dragon Link. Oh my god. The things that you can do with piles of cards. So we have 1 copy of Absorado Dragon, 1 Astina Rocket, 1 copy of Scythe, 1 Black Dragon Collapse Serpent, triple copies of Black Metal Dragon, 1 Celestial, 1 Dasher, triple Cosmo Dark Destroyer, 1 Dogfighter, 1 Landwalker, 1 Slip Rider, 1 Sword Troopers, 2 Straw Man, 1 Dark Lady, 1 Magna Rocket, 1 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, 1 Rocket Caliber, 1 Rocket Recharger, 1 Rocket Synchron, triple copies of Rocket Tracer, 1 Silver Rocket, 1 Wyvern Buster, and we have 1 Borreload Riot Dragon. Interesting. We also have triple copies of Allure Darkness, 1 Boot Sector Launch, 1 Call by the Grave, triple copies of Chaos Space, 2 copies of Dragon Ravine, triple Dragon Shrine, triple Emergency Teleport, 1 Foolish Barrel, triple Forbidden Droplet, 2 copies of Fusion Destiny, triple Cosmotown, triple copies of Quick Launch, 1 copy Set Rotation, and 1 copy Terraforming here. Down here in the extra deck, we have 1 Underworld Goddess, 1 Striker Dragon, 1 Verti Anaconda, 1 Unicorn, the 1 IP, 1 copy Heavenly Spheres, 1 Pisty, 1 Rom, 1 D-Hark, 1 Boral Sword, 1 Dagda, 1 copy of Scarlight, 1 Dark Dimension Soldier, 1 copy of Borreload Savage, and 1 Destroyer. Then we have 1 Good Witch, 1 Starving Venom, We have 1 Harpie's Feathers for 1 Lightning Storm, triple MST, triple Super Poly, triple Evenly Matched, 1 Cosmojo Me Daddy, and 1 Red Reboot here, wrapping up this chunk of deck profiles for you guys. So what do you guys think about these lists? Please leave a comment down. Tell me what you guys think. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And I will see your beautiful faces back here later on today with some more cool awesome content. You guys stay safe out there, right? Peace out, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.